Hello and welcome to Console Madness. I am your host, Jamie.
And I'm Adam. Today we're going to talk about the new Final Fantasy game by Square Enix, Final Fantasy Dissidia.
We will also be reviewing the latest House of the Dead game in the series, called Overkill.
We'll lastly finish with The Legend of Zelda in the Retro Corner, with Jamie. First, we should be talking about Square Enix's newest game. However, currently only released in Japan and will be released soon in America and UK, Final Fantasy Dissidia. This game involves the main heroes and villains from Final Fantasy games up to 10. This doesn't include the spin-offs like 10-2 or Dirge of Cerberus. This game crosses over two genres, RPG and beat 'em up. This game has unlockable features like original music tracks, costumes and other features. The gameplay is smooth, easy to play and the difficulty increases as your character grows stronger. However, as the game itself is very basic and fighting usually consists of mashing two buttons, you may find it boring after a while.
As the game is Japanese, we don't have much information on the storyline. However, from the looks of the cutscenes, it's pretty in-depth, and the cutscenes themselves look good. The story mode is regrettably short and consists only of 10 stories with 5 levels each, meaning there is one story for each character. 50 levels may initially seem like a lot, but the levels take about a minute to complete, meaning you can finish the story in about an hour. Going through your character's story a second time gives you a couple of extra fights and items, nothing much else other than some levelling up opportunity. Cutscenes for the game are better than Square Enix's latest Final Fantasy game, Crisis Core. The in-game graphics are pretty amazing for a game on the PSP. The maps also look good, even if you are looking at surfaces such as buildings, statues, etc. from a distance. However, the backgrounds aren't very imaginative and usually consist of either purple clouds or walls. Overall, this game is really good. A recommendation to all, and we give it a score of 8 out of 10.
Next we're going to be talking about one of Sega's latest games. Continuing with the popular arcade series, House of the Dead. This game is different from all the other House of the Dead games. They try to make it funny, but they don't. They fail at it. This game is supposed to be an 18, but they can't even bring up some decent jokes. God. Look, Sega, continue the original series. Sure, the voice acting is shit in the original series. Big whoop. At least there's no jokes. This game involves a secret agent and a cop who acts like Samuel Jackson. This game includes a two-player feature and unlockables during the game. This game is being in first-person shooting up like the previous games to the series. The controls for the game are like using a light gun in the arcade, except that it's not shaped as a gun, except you get the attachment. Each gun shaped things like that. Please don't do this. The trigger is B, and there are grenades in there, but you can figure it out for yourself. Go on, do it. Play the game. It's still not funny though. This game is based around a 80s drive-in movie, so this means there's no storyline in it. Basically, you just go around chasing zombies, shooting them in the head, sometimes the crotch, just to save one girl with tits bigger than your head. The game uses the same players with no blood on them for the whole game, even though they're shooting zombies and blood's flying out everywhere. It uses the same graphics in the cutscenes as the gameplay. It doesn't go into very dramatic cutscenes like other games do. This game would be good if it weren't for all jokes. So I'd give this game a score of 4 out of 10. If it weren't for all that so-called humour and a better storyline, it would have got a 7. But you can't get everything, can you, Sega? Finally, we had the game The Retro Corner, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. This game was released in 1998 and originally on the Nintendo. And here's Jamie to continue.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was a revolution in the series, as it was the first in the series to introduce 3D graphics. The map of the game, like most Legend of Zelda games, contains 2 maps, essentially the same aside from a few minor differences, as one is based in the world either in an alternate universe or the future, depending on what game it is in the series. Both controlled by the ultimate evil power. The game consists of combat, puzzles and adventuring. Each have their own set of controls with the exception of a few puzzles which use the basic controls which are used during adventuring. The switch from 2D to 3D on this game has been handled pretty well. The only problem with the transition from 2D to 3D is that occasionally the camera can be a bit badly placed, which can cause it to become annoying occasionally, like most games which have just been turned 3D from a previous 2D format. Sonic the Hedgehog is a good example. However, this has been remedied with the addition of a lock-on button for important objects and enemies, and the use of a first-person camera view with the press of a button. story of this game, much like most games in the series, consists of your character Link going and collecting 3 generic items, in this game the crystal emblems, then getting the Master Sword and going to an alternate world. Then collecting 7 more generic items, in this game medallions of the sages you rescue, and defeating the big bad guy. Basic story of good versus evil and rescuing a princess. The game's graphics never change, as the graphics in the game on the map screen are the same as the graphics in a cutscene. However, for the games of its time, the graphics are pretty amazing, and it looks a lot like a game released around the same time on the same console, Mario 64. This is a classic game which has, and more than likely will do for a very long time, stand up against some of the next gen games. A definite must-have for any fan of the series, and a great place to start for anyone who's never played a game in the series. So, this game gets a 9 out of 10, a definite recommendation for any serious or casual gamer. Thanks for listening. This has been Adam and Jamie on
Console Madness. Please tune in next month when we will be previewing the soon to be released X-Men Origins and Star Ocean: The Last Hope. We'll also be reviewing Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm, and Dragon Ball Evolution.
Next month's Retro Corner will contain Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1. Hope you've enjoyed the show and tune in next month.